Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I'm going to be making a card based on this past Friday's Craft Roulette Challenge number 252. If you're not familiar at all with Craft Roulette, I will have a link to that episode below in the product description. Just click on more. It's a great challenge. They spin a wheel and tell you what project, colors, elements, and random things you need to put on your project. And so for today's project, I need to make a card for a teenager with the colors of mourning. Not mourning like you're sad, mourning like it's the start of a new day. Element, it has to have a fairy or fairies. And random, it has to have a bow or bow. So let me get started. I've picked a fairy, of course, and I have a rainbow of colors up here. Not quite the typical rainbow, but I'm going to do some ink blending for my background today. So I'm going to start with my card. This is going to be my usual 5x7. This card measures 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch line, folded it, creased it with my bone folder. And then I'm going to have a black shadow layer. This piece measures 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. And then this will be my center white piece. And this measures 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. And this is what I'm going to ink blend on. And for my ink blending, I'm going to be using my new Simon Says stamp. These are the, oh, that's the wrong embossing folder. That's for an embossing folder. But these are just what I got in my Simon Says. I'll have to look up the name of these. But they're stencils that do butterflies, grass, clouds, stars. And I'm going to use those today. And I don't know how I mixed up the packaging. And then I've chosen, I haven't decided yet whether I want to do Happy Birthday to You. This is GinaK's birthday sparkle. Or Make a Wish. I'm leaning towards Make a Wish because I think this is a more... I can make this fit in the parameters with what I have in mind than this. This goes with the die cut that I chose. Yeah, it's birthday sparkle. Now for my die cut, I have no idea where this beautiful little fairy came from. And she has little butterflies, a magic wand, and I cut out the butterfly or the fairy, one little butterfly and the magic wand that I want to incorporate. And I put them in here so that I don't lose them. So let me get started on my ink blending. Pardon the noise. I have my Waffle Flower grip mat here. Now, I'm going to start. Let's see, let's get my blending brushes over here. And I just use the drink glass to hold the colors I'm working in. I'm going to start with grass green. And I just need a little scrap paper here just to get off whatever color might already be on my brush. It will probably work. We'll find out. Now I'm going to get my grass. And I want to do about 1/5 of the card with this color green. I'm not using the stencil yet. I'll be coming back to that. All right, done with the grass green. Now, I'm going to come up above that with wild dandelion. I'll get my yellow brush and clean that off. And it's okay if I go down into the grass. That's all right, because this is going to be like the sun is just starting to come up in the morning. But it's not totally up yet. Okay, I think that's good for my bright yellow. Now I'm going to go, starting to go darker here. I'm going to use my same brush and use Butterscotch. This is one of the new GinaK colors. I love it. And I'm going to go right above that yellow and kind of mix it in. Butterscotch is a darker yellow. It's more of a golden color. And I'm just swirling it in because the sun is just coming up and the colors in the world are not yet even. They're beautiful, but they're not yet even. All right, got a little smudge. All right, now I'm going to go pink, and I'm going with Passionate Pink. But I'm going to use a light hand. I don't want this to be too... Oh, I didn't clean up my brush. It's like I had purple on there. Not purple, but orchid or something. Carnation, maybe. This is Passionate Pink, and I'm coming down into the yellow also. Just mixing it together. This will make more sense once I start adding all of the elements, I hope. Okay, that's my pink. Now I'm going to switch to purple. So I'm going to clean up my purple brush. Oh, it looks like it might have the right color on it. Going with Wild Wisteria, which is a lighter purple. And I'm going right down into the pink. And it's not looking too nighttime-ish yet. That's what my next color is for. This is the break of day. At least in my mind, the colors I'm seeing. And as I said, it's okay. The colors aren't going to be even. Gina's inks do have a smoothing agent in, so these will smooth out as you let them dry. But now I'm going to really get into the sky with dark lilac. And I'm sorry I didn't have a video on Friday. I meant to. I was going down to the Historical Society where I just started working, volunteering, I should say. And I was only going to be down there from 10 to 2, which would give me time to do a video. But I ended up staying till like 5:30 because I wanted to get a lot of things done. Now I'm going with the dark lilac. And I'm getting that sky darker. And I want this to be dark up here. And I'm going to go down a little bit into the other colors. It's kind of rainbowish, but yet it's a sky. And I think you'll see the elements once I get them in here. And I'm going to go over the pink a little bit and just slightly down into the yellow to kind of blend the morning colors together. All right, but I'm not done coloring yet. Now that I'm going to use the stencil. Now, these are meant for A2 size cards, which I don't make, so I'm going to have to adjust and add on. Now I am going to add, can I go this way? Grass. And for the grass, I'm using fresh asparagus. This is the grass at the bottom, but I want the stalks of grass to show, and I want them to be darker. So I'm just going to come lightly over. I'm going to pick that up. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And move this stencil down. And some of the blades will be going one way and another, and that is okay with me. Oh, I could start over here. Let's see. Yeah, let's start over here. All right. And then I'll just casually put random darker colors down in there. Just get your colors in play. See what you can come up with. Now, I'm going to just grab my tidy towel here and just kind of wipe this off a little bit. Just in case I want. I don't think I'm going to use the cloud element. And then I'm just going to dry this with a paper towel. And I think I'm pretty much done ink blending. So I'm going to pick this up. Wheel. I have a nice clean grip mat, so it holds really well. Oh, let's take that off, and I've got some ink up there. All right, now let's get my little, I'm still not done stenciling, but I don't need my stencil mat for what I'm going to do. I want to have the little fairy down here in the corner, and she's going to be holding her magic wand in this hand. And then, let's get my wax pencil for this one. And then I want this little butterfly that I cut out to be on top of her hand. But then in here, there are some butterflies. And I want to get some of those coming up into the sky. But I need to take a sticky note because I don't want some of these butterflies to stencil out. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this right here, and I'm gonna use a gray brush, and I've chosen the color Slate. And I just want to get the butterflies. It's like she's the end of the day fairy, or end of the nighttime fairy, who is sending off the fresh butterflies to start the day, but they're still in the shadows. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There. And that way, when I position the wand, it looks like she's magically sending butterflies. All right. Now, I am going to stamp my sentiment. I'm also going to do the night stars, but I need to do those when I'm all done, because I am going to be using Simon Hurley's Lunar paste, slippery when wet color, to make them golden. But I'm not going to do that until my card is 100% put together, because I'd have to wait several hours for it to dry. So let me get these pieces put together. So I'm going to glue this to the front of my black piece. And try to get this as centered as I can. It's just a hair wider than my piece. And I did not use I usually use GinaK's Master Layouts 8 because of the stitched front, but I wasn't wanting a stitched edge on this one. Okay, now let's put this on here. You could pop this up. I'm just going to make this one flat. This is pretty much going to be a one-dimensional card. I guess technically two-dimensional since you can open it. But. All right, now I want to take her, but I need a piece of scrap paper because I'm going to take her wings and Wink of Stella them in black. And I don't want to do that on the card because I might accidentally get black ink where I don't want it to be. So I have my, this is a black glitter with a hint of gold in it. And I'm just going to color her wings so that the wings are sparkly. And, oh, I see a piece that I didn't get popped out. Let's see. There we go. I wish I knew where this, if you know where this die came from, if you could please let me know so that I can give the company proper credit. Now I'm also going to sparkle, I guess I will sparkle the little butterfly that was on her hand. And that will be on her hand. Now I probably have lost her little magic wand. I should have left it in the, okay. I should have left it Well, I'll look here in a minute. If I don't find it, I'll just cut another one and then I will find it. I'm going to glue her down. Now, I'm not going to put glue all over her wing. There we go. I'm just going to put it in spots. So that the edges can stick up if they want to. I'm going to set her down. All right, now I think I do need a little bit more glue behind her foot. I don't want her foot sticking up. This little itty bitty butterfly, however, I do want it popped up. So I'm just going to cut a very, very tiny piece of my foam strip and see if I can get it behind the butterfly. And peel the tape off. All right, use my tweezers. Because I want that to be a lighting on her hand, kind of like that. Stick down. There we go. Now, magic wand, where did you go? I don't see it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here. And I could have done that before I put the card together, but I didn't. And I do want to add, I'm going to go with this happy birthday to you. Now this has a shadow die, or a die that you could cut this out with, and a shadow layer. I don't want to do that because I didn't want white background or a different color background. I like keeping the ink blending background together. Now you're not going to be able to see me stamping this. I'm just going to ink it up. You know how to do that. And this will take a couple of times, I am sure. My ink pad's well loved, and I probably need to get out a new one, but I use it until I can't use it anymore. I'm not really one for re-inking my stamps because I put them through a lot. By the time it would need re-inked, the pad itself is pretty much worn out. I am rough on my tools. Though I must say these new ink pads are better quality ink pads than when I first started stamping. Those things tore everywhere and they left little shreds of pad behind when you stamped. And the new ones don't seem to do that anymore. I think one more ought to do that. Okay, that's perfect. And that little butterfly, I'm going to have to add some glue to that foam, I think, because that is just not going to work. It is such a tiny piece of foam that there's not much surface to adhere to. Just cleaning off my stamp. Okay, there's a little bit of glue here on my desk already. I'll just add that to my butterfly. Okay, now I am going to have to cut another magic wand. I don't see it. I'll find it when we're all done, of course. I thought I had scrap black up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. And I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to use the glue that's already here. Okay, now, before I put the glittery stars on here, I need to meet one of the parameters for the challenge. It has to have a bow, B-O-W, or a bow, B-O-W. I'm going to put a bow. So I have my Sharpie. This is an ultra fine point. I am just going to put a little bow at the end of the birthday. So I just drew a little bow at the end of that. It's not the greatest bow. I think it needs to be wider. There, that's better. I needed to match the size. There's my little bow. Okay, now I can add the stars. Let's make sure. Let's put that little thing back in there. So I'm going to open this up and get this out. And I'm going to put a few random stars over here. I'm going to use the Lunar paste. And for that, I need my palette knife. And you just need a little bit. And I'm probably going to make a mess. Get this one right there. Ooh, there we go. And I'm going to add some more, but I need to wipe this off. So I'm going to take that paper towel that I had. Oh, it disappeared, so I'll just grab a wet one. And I'm just going to wipe that off so I don't get this gold anywhere I don't want it. Now I'm going to put some more over here. But I'm going to use sticky note again to put it where I don't want to get color. There, I don't want to ink those ones up. And I'm actually going to turn this and let's see. I think right there. And here we go. Oops, I got a big clump. I'm hoping I can do something with that. Oh no, I should have put sticky notes down here. I'm just going to lift this up. Well, no, I don't have it in everywhere yet. Oh, that makes me upset. But let me see what I can do to fix it. All right. Just going to set this right here on my wet one. And grab another wet one. Let me see if I can get this off. I'll be darned. Okay, I think what I just need to do is now take my Sharpie and go over this butterfly. This one's going to make this one look black instead of dark gray, and that's okay. We can have a random black one here. Okay, phew. And I think I want to put another butterfly down here. Where is that butterfly stencil? Just a small one. Because I have a little bit of black ink there. So I just need I'm going to use my brush. And just, I think I need more ink on there. Oh no. I'm not going to tell you what I did this time. Yes, I'll tell you. Because I'll show you how to fix it. That's one of the things I'm about. You make mistakes. Let me show you how to fix it. Okay. You see what I set up here was my gold. Look at the inside of my card. It now has gold. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut off the front of my card and put this on a new base. Set that aside because when that dries, I can use the portions of the papers that aren't affected by the gold. And I'm going to wait till this dries, but you put it on a new front, just like that. Now let me go over the parameters and see if I have met all of the challenges that I needed to for this project. A card for a teenager. Got it, a teenage birthday card. The colors of morning, the greens and the yellows and the pinks and the purples. And a fairy. We have a wonderful little butterfly fairy here. And it has to have a bow or bows. And I put a bow on the end here. Well, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.